Hi, it's Angela here. How are you going today? I thought I'd start making a few little videos just to share with you, just to share a few of my thoughts around health, well-being, mindset. I know that many women are really struggling to get through the day-to-day work and they're juggling all the different things that are going on in their life. So I just thought a few minutes every month I'd share something with you. And what I want to talk to you about today is labels. And not the labels you're probably thinking about, but the labels that you're putting on yourself, the labels that might be affecting the way you live your life. So what do I mean by labels? I'm talking about the labels we give ourselves, and I've got a few on right now. Mother, naturopath, coach, wife, sister, daughter, author, speaker. I did an exercise on the weekend with my fantastic mindset mentor, and this is one of the exercises that we did. And I have to tell you, when I did this exercise, I had about over 20 different labels. These were the labels that I gave myself. And sometimes these labels can be used as excuses. So let me explain what I mean by that. Like the label mother. Now, I'm a mother, an experience occurred, so I'm a mother. I gave birth. So that's a reality. But what does that mean? And many women have different meanings around being a mother, different beliefs around being a mother. I even wrote about this in my book. If you grew up in a society where mothers were expected to stay at home and look after the children, but you're not doing that, sometimes that can bring up feelings of guilt because you're going against your belief systems. But also other times it's a really handy excuse. If there's things that I don't necessarily want to do, it's easier for me to say, no, sorry, I can't go. I've got to pick my kids up. I'm a mother. Other times it seems like a bit of a burden because I do have to be places for my children when I want to be somewhere else. And it's like, okay, I've got to make a choice. Well, my children always come first. And that can limit me. So it's the meaning that I give to being a mother. And that gives me the results. It means that sometimes I can't speak at different events because I have to be able to look after my children, or I can't go to different events. What other labels do we have? Let's look at mine. I'm a naturopath. For many years, I was a naturopath, and I did exactly what naturopaths were meant to do. But that was causing me stress because I had this view of what naturopaths were meant to do, and that didn't feel right for me. And it's taken me the last nearly 2 years to get really comfortable with calling myself a naturopath when I'm not doing what everybody else does. And I'm not in the norm. So once again, it can be an excuse sometimes. No, sorry, I can't do that because I'm a naturopath. Or people expect more of me because I'm a naturopath. The labels. And what labels are you putting on yourself? I see many, many people who put disease labels on themselves. I am an asthmatic. I am a diabetic. They own it. They own that disease, and then it becomes really, really hard to let go of it because it becomes part of them. I can't do that because I'm a diabetic. I can't do that because I'm an asthmatic. It's time to let go of those labels, particularly the labels that aren't serving you. Well, actually, in essence, no labels serve you because they always can be used as an excuse. So I've got a little bit of an exercise or challenge for you to do. I challenge you to sit down and actually start to think about all the labels that you give yourself. Go through the obvious ones, mother, sister, daughter, husband, or wife, whatever. Go through the obvious ones, write them down. Look at the experience that created that label. So to be a mother, the experience that created that generally is childbirth. To be a wife, generally it's marriage. That's the experience. And the experience is the reality that happened. But then start to look at what meaning do you give that label? What does being a mother mean to you? What are your beliefs around that? Get really, really deep into that and really investigate how being a mother impacts you. And then look at the results. Look at what's happening in your life because you are a mother. How that's actually affecting what you're doing in your business, how it's affecting your health, all of those type of things. Go through, and once you've done the obvious labels, then keep going deeper. Things like the things that go on in your head. I'm a failure. I am fat. Just put the words I am, and every single thing that comes up that you say to yourself, write them down. What was the experience that created that thought to you, that label to you that, you know, you are a failure or you are an asthmatic? You know, maybe the experience was a doctor told you that, gave you a diagnosis of asthma. So you owned that. You know, you got a diagnosis of a condition and then you owned it. And what does that mean? Where do you use that as an excuse in your life not to be able to push yourself, to be able to grow? Where is that holding you back? Once you've got really, really clear on that, then you'll see the things that are not working really well in your life, and you've got the opportunity to change, because you actually have the opportunity to take every single one of these labels off and really to go, these aren't my labels anymore. These are not my labels. It's time to throw them away, because you are underneath every single one of those labels. The real you is there. The real you can be allowed to come out when you don't hold on to labels and you do everything from your heart. When you do everything for the best purpose of you, you will be the best version of yourself. Whether you're being a mother, whether or not you're being a business owner, an entrepreneur, a wife, whatever it is, once the labels are gone, the only thing you need to worry about is who you are. So try it. Go and do that exercise. Let me know. Pop over onto the Facebook page and let me know, how did you go? How did your labels exercise go? So until I see you next time, from my heart to yours, infinite love and gratitude. Bye for now.